Hello, my name is Amanda Provo, and we're on Harrison Street and Chevy Chase in Northwest Washington, D.C. So I have 3 teenagers now. 2 of them were sharing a room, and we really needed to get a 3rd bedroom to give everyone a little bit of space and privacy. And since the pandemic, my husband's also been working from home, and so it was imperative that we get him his own space and not have him be working in the kitchen. So the rest of us couldn't get a snack during the day. We basically started from scratch. We were the 4th owners in 100 years on this property. The last owners had lovingly taken care of the garden and the home, but had been here 50 years. So it was time to install air conditioning. It was time to modernize the electrical and the plumbing. And then of course, we also wanted to put our own spin on the decor and paint and tile and all of that stuff as well. I had worked with Seth Ballard from Ballard Mensua Architecture, 3 projects I think of my own, and then several with clients. And so we had done a walkthrough with him before we even bought the house to talk about the opportunities and what an awesome shell it was. So we started planning before we even closed on the house. And then Seth had some great experiences with George from FineCraft and brought him into the process fairly early. This renovation involved a total gut remodeling of all the infrastructure and all the systems, and then plus the fun stuff as well. So the first floor of the home, in the living room, there wasn't as much to do as some of the other rooms where I'm sitting now. We wanted to keep it light and airy, so we replaced the fireplace mantle, we added a ton more lighting, refinished the floors, all new windows and all new trim and casing. In the den, which is next door, the previous owners had the right idea with some bookcases, but we wanted to create more of a focal point, so added built-ins around the TV and color drenched the room, so now it's a very cozy place for all of us to watch movies. The kitchen and dining area, we wanted to have an open floor plan, so we knocked out the wall in between, which has been great just when the family's home for doing homework while someone else is cooking dinner, and has also been really great for entertaining. So besides doing that, the other structural thing we did in that part of the home was remove a second staircase, because we're not so fancy that we needed a staircase for the help. So we were able to recapture a lot more square footage and footprint by removing that staircase. And then we did, obviously all new cabinets, all new countertops, tile backsplash, all new appliances. And then we also did the built-ins in the dining room to just house more serving pieces, etc., and have more storage. The bathroom on the main level was actually a full bathroom when we moved into the house, but we didn't feel like we needed a bathtub off the kitchen, so we turned that into the powder room. And then the home didn't have a coat closet, so we took the pantry that was already here and turned that into a mudroom, a small mudroom, with some special tile that's repurposed brick from Chicago, and then FineCraft made some beautiful built-ins for the kids' backpacks and coats. On the 2nd floor, the primary bedroom was very small. It had kind of a weird sunroom off of it, which was great because we needed some more bathrooms in the house with only two full bathrooms. So we added it was perfect because we were able to cut that space in half and add a full bath there as well as a closet. And then again, removing that second staircase, we were able to make that room a lot bigger. And then the kids' rooms were fairly straightforward in terms of the footprint, but refinishing the hardwood floors, adding all the lighting, re-drywalling, adding all new windows and all new trim. So that happened for each of them. And then up in the attic, it was part of the reason we bought the house. The headroom was so great already, so we didn't have to raise the roof or do any major structural changes up there. There was a large just landing at the top of the stairs, which called out for a bathroom. So we put a bathroom there, and then we basically redecorated to build a guest room, and then my husband's office. And again, FineCraft made some beautiful built-ins to house some of his book collection. The basement was a complete blank space. There was a giant furnace, I guess. All the contractors who came to give bids on the home had never seen anything like it and wanted to take photos of it because it was such a relic antique. But the headroom was great, and that's part of the reason we fell in love with the house is it wasn't too much, we didn't have to dig out the floor in the basement. So from what was down there was just a quarter bathroom, which is gross. So we added a full bathroom, laundry room, a little workout room, and then a rec room for the kids. We're thrilled with the results of the renovation. We love working with FineCraft. The attention to detail was great. Loved all the guys on the team. Very nice, very hardworking crew. Between the architect, Seth, and myself, we're both fairly annoying and detail-oriented people. So I felt like the FineCraft team took the feedback really well. And I always say to the kids, the most important thing is not making a mistake or an issue. It's how you deal with it. And that's where you really show yourself. And I think the FineCraft team, whenever there was something to discuss, they were very responsive and they handled it. So we're so happy to be in the house and we're really enjoying living here. I would absolutely recommend FineCraft team to friends, clients, neighbors in the DMV area. I've already thought about a couple more projects I'd like them to do. I'd really love a storage room and I'd love to build one more bathroom. So yes, I keep talking about phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. But very happy with the project that we did with them.